Hello, good day to all of you happy manifestors here. So there's a question here today. Open up and get our question going. Good. How's everybody doing today? All right, so what we're doing here, I'm putting forth and showing you guys how the mind works, how reality works, how to manifest things. Manifestation, bringing something from the non-physical into the physical world. So here's today's question. Hi Mark, how are you doing? Is it okay for me to try to control things and from time to time force things to happen? I've noticed in my own life that sometimes when I force things to happen, it can turn out to benefit. But I've also noticed that when I force things to happen, it doesn't turn out in the long run. Can you please shed some more light on this topic? Okay. All right, so look, here's the thing. I'm going to give you the big tip, the big secret. Control only what you can control. Don't ever force anything or anyone. All right, let me show you how this universe thing works, because here's why we continue to put forth a lot of effort in forcing and doing all this stuff that we're just really miscreating our world. All right, first of all, the reason why you should never force anything, okay, is because of this. Everything has already been played out. Okay, the simplest way I want to put it to you, I'm gonna take my glasses off because I want you to really understand this. All right. Okay, the easiest way for me to make sense of this to you, and it's going to be counterintuitive to your minds. All right, to your mind, your logical mind. All right. So let's just think about. Well, okay, the universe doesn't have a beginning or end, but just let's make sense for us so our minds get it. Okay, when the universe began for you and I, at that point, everything that happened when it began, everything was already mapped out. There isn't anything changing. The script was already been written. Your destiny, your desires already been written by you as a conscious awareness of the universe. So whenever you're forcing something, you're going against your own game plan. And when you force things, you're going to put yourself into a reality where it doesn't work out in your benefit. See, when we force something, we go against our higher intuition, our higher self's mind. When we try to force something, we go in accordance with our lower self, our conscious ego mind. And the reason why you force things is because your mind sees that there is no end, there is something that needs to be done, it's a desperate situation, I have to have it, I need to do it. You don't do that. So whenever we force, we're going to miscreate our reality. Instead, what you do is you accept and you flow with it. Now about the controlling part of this stuff. Okay, you can only control what you can control. So what are the things that you can control? Think about it. Well, let's see. There's probably only two things I can control. What are they? What I think and how I feel. That's it. I can't control people. You can't control situations sometimes. Everything is just happening and flowing. So what you have to do is, when it comes to the control part, become aware and notice what's happening in your surroundings. Ask yourself this question: can I influence that physically? Some action. Okay, no, I can't. So I can't. Okay, I can't influence physically. How about mentally? Can I influence the way I see the thing, the way I perceive the thing? Once you do that, then the thing that you're perceiving or the thing that you couldn't change will actually start to move in a favorable position for you. And the reason it happens is because we are our own personal lenses. We create our own personal view of reality. Our perceptions can affect something to change it in our behalf. So this is why when it's something you can't control, you either accept it, look at it a different way, tune it into a way where it can become at peace with you. Then you move into the state of flow state, or the state of your higher self. Now, When you force something now, what happens is now you cut your higher self out of the picture. Always remember this lesson. If you don't know what to do, do not do anything. I repeat that. Your mind will tell you we always have to do something. No, you do not. Okay, let me tell you something about your mind. Your mind knows it's here for a limited amount of time. So your mind is trying and getting as much as it can, as fast as it can. And it's going to take you along as the victim. See the difference? There's two things happening here simultaneously. You have one mind that knows it will die. That's the conscious ego mind. It knows somehow. I mean, all of us know that none of us are getting out of this alive. Your mind knows that. But what the mind does, it tries to hurry up and get as much as it can. That's one mind. You have another mind that knows it's eternal. It knows that this is always here, is forever and ever. If it's infinite, there's no need to rush or force. So we have these two minds competing against each other. Okay? And the mind that usually shuts out the higher mind is the conscious mind, because that's the mind that we perceive more with our senses. That's the mind that we're more in tune with, because that's what we can see around us and interact with on our daily behalf. Plus, to make matters worse, our culture does it to us. Our culture put into us fast pace, get it now, limited time, da-da-da-da-da, phobia, what is it? Fear of missing out, right? FOMO, fear of missing out. All of those things get bombarded into your mind, and then you miss the big picture, man. You miss what's there higher for you. You see? So when you do that, now your higher self is communicating and telling you, hey, you really don't have to force anything. I'm going to work things out in your favor. All you have to do is just let things flow, and then I will send you the right information at the right time to take the next step. But your mind wouldn't do that. So what a lot of people do, they try to go out and do it for themselves. They try to force it and do it. Now here's interesting things. Yeah, sometimes when you force something, it may happen for you, right? But here's the thing. At what cost, though? See, you don't look at everything's going to have a cause and effect. See, you don't look at the effect from when you force something. You know that, right? When you force something, stress levels go up. Your health's going to deteriorate. You're damaging the cells. You're creating more cortisol. You create more anxiety. Is that worth the cost of getting what you get? Then when you get what you get, here's the next big surprise people don't know. Whenever you force something, you will always lose it in the long run. It's not going to stay with you, because it was never meant for you. It was never yours in the beginning. Whatever is yours will always find you easily, effortlessly. Whatever is yours will be an easy flow of normality. Whatever you force will always give you a little push and resistance. You can go get it, of course, but in the long run, you'll lose it. That's just how the universal law works, man. So if you force yourself and you go out there and you try to make money and all that, I guarantee you in the long run, you're going to lose all that money. You force yourself, you try to get this relationship, force this person to like you, pamper them with all these gifts and stuff. Yeah, they're going to like you in the short run. In the long run, you're going to lose them because they were never yours. What's yours is always going to be yours, man. Whatever you want. If you want the money and all that stuff, it'll be yours. But you have to know the flow state to achieve that. See how that works? So whatever you're manifesting, whatever you want to create in your life, always remember this. Observe, listen for direction, take inspired action. That's all you do. Observe, listen, take the inspired action. So I'll give you an example. Here's how to stop forcing stuff in your life. Whenever you make an attempt to do something and you meet with resistance, that's a sign for you to stop forcing it. Whenever you initiate something and you don't meet any resistance, that's a sign for you to continue with it. That's your higher self talking to you. Whenever we meet a lot of obstacles and resistance and pushback, it's usually a sign from our higher self saying that, listen, I have a better way for you to go achieve this goal. But see, our minds can't conceptualize that. Our minds can only see in the moment or in our perception. Remember, your higher self sees the entire field before your conscious mind even has awareness of it. So while your ego is telling you, nah, we got to do it now, this is the way to get it, and your higher self saying, just relax, it's going to come to you. You can't see that, and then you take the wrong path, and you may get what you want, but it's only a short-term goal, a short-term satisfaction. In the long run, it's always gonna leave you. You got, guys, this game of the Matrix or life, it's about big picture now. It's not about snapshots. It's about the big picture. It's about the long term and the long haul. You know, so what's that saying they got? Well, you know, today you win the battle, but tomorrow I win the war. It's about the big pictures, winning the whole thing. And winning the whole thing, you have to be able to be in tune with your true authentic self and detune from your lower self. You know, your lower self is really good at helping you with conceptual regular stuff. That's the conscious ego mind. But what you got to understand about that mind, guys, it knows it's here for a short time. So it's going to force a lot of stuff on you, which is going to cause a lot of stress and miscreation. You, who you truly are, you're time indefinite. Your consciousness is the existence of the multiverse. That's who you are. So you ain't got nowhere you're not going anywhere. You're here forever and ever, and you're gonna come back as different parts, different experiences. Your regular mind is never aware of that stuff. So while you're here in this reality, in this matrix, in this journey, always remember that I don't have to force anything, because everything is already planned out and played out for me. Hi, how are you guys doing? Because I'm the one that orchestrated it. You see all that stuff? You see now? Are you seeing how it works now? Yes. The thing is, guys, here's the thing. Here's my motto. You know what? I don't try anymore. All I do is, you know, all you do is you repeat the process until you get your desired results. Repeat the process without the resistance.